Oh, I can feel it. It's deep. It's deep, right? It's deep. Not up. See,
it's not up here. It's
I was thinking it was up here. That's why she was doing that African clicking. They see me rolling. It's not. It's
that's pretty racist.
Is it? Oh, because he's black. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought. Oh,
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. They see me rolling.
They see me rolling.
Oh man, that's so good. They see me rolling. They see me rolling.
You got a good start.
It's down here. Yogi, I need you.
Like that?
Like kind of when you're now that you're snoring.
Like this?
What?
I think it's a natural thing.
They see me.
Oh my god, that sounds so good. I can't do it. Dude, do you want to write a Spanish song, but I only sing the Spanish parts?
Yeah, do it, bro.
No. We do it together.
Alright, but yeah, tell me what you're saying.
Probably Donde estás la puta niños.
Can you take out niños with something else? How about
Donde estás la puta padre? Rick and Morty. Donde estás la puta padre?
Yeah, there you go.
That's better.
Yeah.
I want to write a Spanish song.
Go for it.
No, we gotta do it together.
Donde?
Who else is gonna hit my like?
Padre.
You're the DJ, man. You're the DJ. I need you to hit the air horn.
Oh, I'm DJ Air Horn, bro.
DJ
DJ Air Horn, bro.
Back in time, I'm not easy road to make it mine. Lean on the streets, so dark.
We got margaritas, so cheers.
Oh man. Oh, it goes down so smooth.
Oh my gosh, so good.
Welcome to the 7.5 and possibly last
Meow meow
episode of Fit-as. Which actually, I've been reading it. I think it might be Fit-as.
No, you gotta be ghetto.
All right. Welcome to the 7.5 episode of Fit-as. Right?
Meow meow.
And also possibly our last. And man, we got a few different things to talk about. But first of all, we're celebrating RoboCop Day.
RoboCop.
We're starting it right now.
This is just like it was like we thought when we were hungover, we were like we should go watch RoboCop.
We should go see the new RoboCop.
And we did, and we got drunk. Thought it was meh, and then we thought, why not have margaritas and nachos?
Pepe Lopez
involved, and watch the original, and just have 7 margaritas.
Yeah, and that ended up. And actually, I mean, now looking back, it might be that I was maybe drunk now, and that's why it was so much better. But I think that movie might be the best movie ever made. The original RoboCop.
I think it's awesome.
When the ending credits rolled, my hands were literally in the air, and I was just like, yeah.
Just the fact that the only emotion that fucking RoboCop shows you is 2 seconds before the end credits.
Yeah, Murphy. Smile,
and then walk off, and then
oh my god,
that was good.
So
today is RoboCop Day.
February 18th.
February 18th.
RoboCop Day.
Yeah, that's our RoboCop Day.
That is RoboCop.
Well, RoboCop / Margarita / Cinco de Mayo Day for us.
Mm-hmm. And Donde estás la puta niños?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think I called babies faggots.
Where are the faggot babies?
Yeah, that's way better in English.
No, it's not.
No?
No.
Yeah, no, you're probably right.
Alright, but today is a special day, so we're going to talk about RoboCop.
We got to talk about RoboCop.
We got to talk about it. And then we're going to talk about... I have something to say about comics.
You got something to say? I got something to say about Japan.
I love Japan.
I like Japan, too.
Do you like it or do you love it like I do?
I have never been there.
You got to go once.
I watched an anime once.
That doesn't count.
Mm.
Attack on Titan doesn't count.
Attack on Titan doesn't count.
Attack on Titan does
What
not.
about Berserk? You ever watch Berserk?
I did. It does not count at
Man,
all.
Berserk is cool.
Yeah, but that's just like no. That's
Okay,
not
fine,
Japan.
whatever. Okay, then I don't love Japan, I guess.
Yeah, well, we gotta spin the bottle.
All right, we gotta spin. What are we spinning today?
We're spinning something special tonight.
Very special.
Super special. This was actually given to me. His name, I'm gonna call him Professor.
Professor Lopez.
Professor, just Professor. He
Okay.
doesn't have a last name or first name. It's just Professor.
Okay.
But in Spanish, you say Profesor.
Okay. When my friend gets way too drunk, we call him the professor.
So he's the professor, and he actually worked for this company that makes fragrance.
Fragrance? Fragrance.
Cologne. He
Okay.
made cologne for men. And he gave me this one
Uh-huh.
like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and this is one of the few ones that he's given me, and I cherish the shit because I love him, and it smells.
Oh my god, wait.
This smells like
Dude,
what men should smell like.
You gave me that. You didn't tell me it was a fucking heirloom. I sprayed it on myself willy-nilly.
Mm.
I'm really sorry about that.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's not fine. That was a dickhead move.
No,
now,
I
in
got
retrospect.
another one. This is
Okay.
cool.
That was
So I'm gonna spin it.
Sorry
You know what?
about
I'm
that.
gonna spin it because you're sore.
I am sorry.
And so I'm gonna spin this.
Got a good Canadian accent.
Thank you, Mike. All right, so I'm gonna spin this, and then
Sterling?
yeah, it was. So let's see what happens. Ready?
Yeah.
So this is actually Bond number 9.
Bond means number.
Yeah, but it says Bond and then number .9. So it's repeating itself.
Oh,
twice.
Bond. Oh, sorry.
Bond.
Never mind.
So this is the fragrance Bond number 9. If you wanna
NYC.
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 If you want to sponsor us, holla at a colored.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna spin right. All right, ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Does that count as me?
Yeah, it's-
I guess we go with the 50% rule. Nice.
I saw
Ninja Cod.
Ninja Cod goes first, and we're gonna go clean off Ninja Cod socks
Salsa
because his
socks.
X-wing socks are fucking covered with salsa. So we will be right back.
Senorita. Oh
All
my
right.
God, that's strong.
All right, so we just had an amazing drink of margarita.
Wait, let me try. Just let me try. Fuck.
One more time.
Margarita.
All right, good. We just had some good drinks of margarita, and actually, it's Ninja Cod's turn talking about what are you talking about?
I'm
tonight?
talking about Japan today.
Oh, I love Japan. Can I tell you?
I've never been there.
Can I tell you?
Tell me something.
One of my greatest loves is Japanese,
Yeah, Rick and Morty. What?
and she was there and gone, and I moved on.
I also fell in love with the Japanese woman once.
I think everybody falls in love with a Japanese woman at
It's
least
a thing.
once.
It's like a rite of passage.
Yeah. So all right. So are you thinking about my love? One of my first loves tonight?
Kind of, maybe, like, because you don't know where she is, right?
I know where she's at. She lives in Tokyo.
So she's in Japan. Is she married?
She better not be.
She might be.
I'll punch her in the face.
Man.
I mean, I'll snuff her
What
in the
does she
face.
have? Snuff? What is a snuff?
You know what's a snuff?
Isn't that like killing somebody?
You never heard of what's a snuff?
Snuffing someone out means killing somebody.
No, a snuff is like
What's a snuff?
A snuff is like when you punch somebody, but not like an actual full punch. You kind of like have your fist in their hand. You just like push it to the side. That's a snuff.
That's a snuff?
Yeah.
Weird. I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
Anyways. No.
Oh, you never snuffed one of my loves in Japan?
No, man, that literally means kill. I swear to God, if you look up snuff films, it means murder.
Well, that makes sense in that context, yes. But like back where I'm from,
New York!
when I was in
Snuff!
high school, we used snuff
You used to snuff people?
yeah, we used to do that all the time.
Man, I wouldn't say that out loud, especially in front of like white cops.
Well, you're white, that's why.
I know, I'm fine. I'm not a cop.
Exactly. Alright, so what are you talking
sorry,
about?
yeah.
You're talking about Japan
I
and
thought-
snuff.
I thought no, you're talking about snuff.
I'm talking about snuff.
I'm talking
all
about
night.
Japan. Japan. So your lady love in Japan.
Yeah.
If she's married, she is possibly one of the women I'm talking about tonight because
because she's hot.
yep. Because Tokyo women have came out now and have said they are going on a sex boycott
Oh,
against any man who
that has a
votes.
small penis.
No, then that's I'm not going to finish that sentence. They're going on a sex boycott against any man who votes for the front runner in the elections right now. His name is Mr. Masazoe. I don't know how to say
Mr.
it.
Miyagi.
Masuzoe.
Let's call him Mr. Miyagi.
Mr. Miyagi. Anyone who votes for Mr. Masazoe Miyagi is actually getting, a lot of women are actually going on a sex boycott. Because this dude, a sex boycott meaning they are going to restrict their husbands from sex if their husbands vote for this guy.
All right, I won't vote for him. What's the deal?
Well, I mean, one, even if they did vote for him, they could just say they didn't. Because your wife can't watch you vote. It's illegal.
Yeah, you know what? You are right. Whenever you close that fucking curtain,
Yeah, it's your own
no
time,
one
right?
knows what the
Right?
fuck you're doing.
I voted for the Pirate Party and the Communist Party every time I voted.
There's a pirate party?
In Canada, there is.
A pirate P?
We have a pirate party.
Like with like
Pirates.
like with R and the
Oh, no,
pirate-
just everything's free.
What? That's awesome.
I mean, I'm dumbing it down a lot, but
Yeah.
I literally just threw my vote against someone because I hated all the other parties. Anyways, these ladies are actually super against this dude because, one, he's crazy conservative, and he has said out loud and quoted saying that he claims that women are totally unable to run for office because menstruation makes them unfit to run for government.
That makes sense. I would. You know what? That's something that I would like.
You can get behind that if it's worded correctly
Well, the thing is, what I'm in the booth,
because they're too emotional.
and I think about two things.
Okay.
I think about one, I have a wife, and hopefully I'm gonna have sex. But at the same time, I'm thinking about the other, where a woman that I cannot have sex with,
Yep.
and she's having menstruational, right? And
God damn it, Colored. If you're going to say the word, you got to know it.
how do you say it?
If she's menstruating,
If she's menstruating, and I'm not having sex with this person,
yeah.
who am I gonna vote? Who am I gonna vote? First, so a person that's menstruating.
Dude, I don't even follow what you're saying right now.
Well, you fucking interrupted me. You
I'm
know what
sorry,
I do?
That's true. I gotta let you
I don't vote for any of them. I vote for something random.
like the Pirate Party
Pirate, arr, matey, I don't vote for that fucking pirate.
or the Marijuana Party. We have a Marijuana Party too in Canada.
What?
Yeah.
Can I vote?
Yeah. Oh no, you can't, but I do. You can vote for the Marijuana Party. You can vote for the Pirate Party.
I want to vote.
You can vote for the Communist Party. Man, we got a bunch of parties.
Is there a lot? Is there a speed?
Rick and Morty. What?
Is there a speed party?
Speed Party?
You know, popping pills.
Super intense drug party.
All right,
That's
all
Pirate
right.
Party.
So, all right.
So these ladies are holding it out because this dude is a fucking idiot. To be fair, and so this actually leads into another thing I've been leading into, which is leads into another thing I've been leading into. Fuck, I've been drinking margaritas all day.
Margaritas.
Margaritas.
RoboCop day.
RoboCop day. Japan has an insanely conservative government right now. And right now, because Japanese youth are crazy uninterested in the world, like they're just interested in studying, going to college, the same way Korean culture is.
Well, the same thing that they want, like a plastic pussy in their dicks.
I'm getting to that.
Oh, what?
Their conservative party is just a bunch of people, like a bunch of old dudes who are trying to rewrite history. So they're taking out a lot of the stuff that Japan did during World War II, which was kill in China. They went into Nanjing, it's called. It's called the Nanjing Massacre. And some people say it's like 1,000 people. Some people say it's like 300,000 people that they raped, murdered, like fucked up, like killing children.
In Japan?
In China. Japan came into China, like piked people's on the head, or piked their heads onto stuff, like killing dudes. It was like straight up Game of Thrones in there. Like they Stark familyed them.
What?
Yeah, like
They did the red wedding kind of thing.
Yeah, they red wedding like
What?
all of Nanjing. Japan did this, and now Japan is saying they didn't do that. And even the people who kind of like, or not the people. There's lots of people who's in Japan who say that did happen, but there's people that say it didn't happen, and there's some that even defend it and being like, oh well, it actually wasn't 30,000. It was only 1,000. But still, you think about that. Imagine a German dude. If I was a German dude right now sitting across the table from you and I said, it wasn't 1 million Jews. It was only 50,000 Jews. That's totally unacceptable, right?
Honestly, like that's
so they're trying to rewrite a lot of that, and they're a very nationalistic party. They say that America forced them into World War II, which there kind of is some argument for that a little bit, but at the same time, it wasn't only that. Like they were power hungry at the same time. So So this like crazy conservative party in Japan. And actually, you and I talked about this today, too, right? Like, imagine all the old people just died. Like, imagine all the old fucks who are responsible for all this stupid shit in the world.
Yeah, we talked about this when we were watching RoboCop.
Yeah, imagine they all just died. There's a bunch of little hungry idiots just going to take their place, right?
Yeah.
It feels like that's the case, but, man, I so hope it's not.
But if you really think about it, like, I know we might not be there when the generation comes where the government actually is making sense of the world and peace and stuff. We might actually not be there, but the fact is it's going to take a long time. But us being here now and
being able to celebrate RoboCop Day.
That, and like still listen to these old left-wing...
Right wing.
What's the difference between left and right?
Left is liberal, right is conservative.
So right wing, right? All right. So these right wing old men that are just super old, that only in their old ways, not understanding this new concept of this current generation, where they just don't give a shit, and they just think about themselves because they don't want the world to know who they are.
But you can imagine being 60 right now. Imagine the shit you've seen.
I get that.
That'd be crazy, especially when you and I right now are in Korea. Like some of the old ladies here and old men who are 70 or 80 in Korea.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the crazy shit they've seen? Like their country's been conquered and raped like over and over.
Yeah.
Imagine how hard ass you'd be from that.
But that makes I'm not that old, but like
you're not.
No, I'm not. I'm beautiful.
You're super young and beautiful.
Yeah. But like being if I was 70 years old, and I'm in politics, I would think about like, man, I don't want that to happen. Why not make shit better for everybody in my country? And
it would be so easy.
It'd be so easy, but no, they think about like money and what the government can do because they're fucking old. They want to keep the old ways. And
it's mind-boggling.
That's sad.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. So this also leads into another thing, which is there's more. Which is Japan has been having less and less sex. Maybe you've heard about this. It's kind of it's been in the news.
With them. That's why they have sex with me.
They literally attribute color to the sex increase, and then there's been a decrease since you left.
Yeah, I mean, like
you went to Japan.
There was a 30 increase sex with women and maybe 2% increase in men with me because they're just involved.
It's the heat of the moment.
It was just like a menage a trois.
Cirque du Soleil.
Cirque du Soleil. You know what? If they don't touch me, they touch her. I'm okay with it. You know what? Why not?
Yeah.
No, not at all.
I think 4 dicks and it's gay.
I think 2 dicks and it's gay.
2 dicks and it's gay?
Yeah.
Man, I'm gay.
I'm fucking greedy.
I think I'm super gay.
I'm super greedy,
I'm the gayest dude
I want my dick to be everywhere and only my dick.
Man, that's really greedy.
I'm fucking colored and I'm greedy as fuck.
Man. I can't.
Anyways, all right, keep going.
So Japan's been having less and less sex. Insane amount of less sex.
Well, I think I could give.
Also, their birth rate is expected to go down. It's expected to drop their population by 1/3 in the next 50 years.
What?
In the next 50 years, they're expected to drop 1/3. You think about how many people.
Don't they have a lot of people right now?
They do, but they're all old.
That's
And
dangerous.
their young kids aren't having sex and having babies. They're not making taxpayers. So yeah, they're actually. Oh my God, those are so strong.
Rick and Morty.
Oh, Rick and Morty. Their population is expected to drop in the next 50 years by 1/3. You think about that. So how many people are in the U.S.? Was it 40? Is it 40 million? No, that's not right. That's not even close to right.
It's like 250 million people.
250 million people.
Probably. You know what?
Let's pretend it's 10 people.
People that live in the States.
Let's pretend it's 10 people that live in the States.
50.
No, 10's way easier for the math. and then divide that by 3.
Yeah.
In 50 years, that's how many people will be there.
What? That's like
Yeah. Let's
7 people.
Yeah.
No, wait. 50, you said?
There's 10 people
Oh, you said it's 14.
divided by 3. So that's like 3.3.
3.3. What? There's 3.3 people back in Japan? That's nuts.
Is that right?
That's a lot of less people in Japan.
Man, there's not going to be many people in Japan. And I think Korea actually might also be in that boat.
Yeah, man.
They're not having as many kids, although they've been becoming more and more Christian and having like way more kids. So I don't know. I haven't looked up the stats on them. But Japan, they're declining like crazy.
That's like
Because they're having an insane less sex.
that blows my mind because there's so much.
I'm so glad.
No, I'm not glad.
I'm glad it blew your mind.
It blows my mind that like there's so many beautiful cafe/servant women that be on my dick right now.
But they don't give it up because.
But they don't give it up because
Rick and Morty.
Because of Rick and Morty and the fact that they don't want me as a man to vote for this particular person.
Yeah, and they literally hold out sex for you in Tokyo apparently because of Mr. Mazazoe.
Miyazaki, yeah.
Miyazaki, Yazazoe.
What's the
Miyagi.
Mr. Miyagi, yeah. You know what? This blows my mind. Honestly.
Blows your mind?
Yeah, it blows my mind because like think
good.
about like the fact that this country, I love Japan. I hate that what they've done in the past.
Dr. Udinara.
Well, all the dumb shit with whatever, and that, and like everything else is like what they've done in the past. But just the fact that like thinking about just their culture and their history is just amazing.
Yeah.
And what we've learned about society now, samurais and fucking Gundams.
Oh, Gundam I don't think is part of their history, but I see what you're saying.
Definitely is.
It is now.
It is in my head.
You know what's weird to me too?
What?
I'm sorry. Were you on a rant?
I was a little bit. But I kind of forgot what I said, so he can go.
That there's Koreans have adopted Christianity so wholeheartedly.
What does that have to do with Japan?
Japan also has the same boat. Like their culture is over 5,000 years old, which is older than the Bible claims the world to be.
Right.
That's
Korean.
so fucked.
Korean or Japan?
Both. They both literally have documents and like pottery that's 5,000 years old.
A word. You blew my mind.
Nice.
And because like
I'm
just
glad we
the
get that out there.
information and just like once again I've mentioned that I love Japan and their culture, not just the bad stuff too, only because
Sure. I mean, every country has
it's
bad
just
stuff.
everything has bad sides to it, but the fact that I think that the overall of not the government but just the culture itself has become more than it should be, and it made me fascinated by it, and I love it. You blew my mind, bro.
Thank you.
You blew my mind.
I love when I blow your mind.
Yeah, and it's
so good. It feels so good. When
I think
blow
it's
your
my
mind.
turn.
Feels so good.
Ninja Cod's gonna hump my table, so we'll be right back.
Feels so good.
I love margaritas.
Oh my god, they're so good.
All right.
All right. Welcome back to 7.5 and possibly the last of the 0.5s
Meow meow.
of our podcast. Oh my god, man, that margarita sting's going down.
So good.
I'm glad we decided to drink margaritas tonight.
You know what?
Because celebrate Robocop Day, because it's the Cinco de Robocop.
It
right?
makes sense to fuse together RoboCop and Cinco de Mayo on February 18th. It makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it's a lot of.
Because
It's
we
a
actually.
beautiful
You
conglomerate.
want to know why? Because we saw the new movie
Yep,
and it was meh.
it was very meh,
And then we saw Tequila
and we thought it was yeah.
and it was yeah.
Yeah.
And then we saw the original RoboCop. It was like, fuck yeah!
As a spectrum, you see it as a spectrum.
And
thing,
we were drinking all day.
yeah. I'm sufficiently wasted right now.
I am happily wasted.
Those are synonyms.
Mm.
Anyways, so you have a story.
I do have a story.
You got a story. You're gonna
DC Comics
okay.
made a new movie about Superman called Man of Steel. You saw it, right?
I did. He killed a bunch of people at the end of that movie.
It was good, and man, at the same time, was like RoboCop.
He had a hairy chest, and I really liked his hairy
I dig
chest.
the shit out of it.
His hairy. He was very man.
He was American. He was American.
He was the American.
He's an
Superman.
American man.
Yeah.
And I dig
He
that.
had a beard. He was like a fisherman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I dig that.
That was cool.
And I digged everything they did until the end. Where
Where he killed a bunch
he
of people.
killed everybody. He destroyed Metropolis for some dumb
fighting
reason.
Zod.
Exactly.
General Zod.
General Zod, yeah.
Yeah.
And I get it why they did it, but I don't want that. I don't see that happening for Superman. Anyways,
Yeah.
so they're making a new Superman / Batman / Justice League movie, right?
Right.
And they are being super quiet about what's the actual story about this movie. When I was younger and I saw Batman,
We saw Michael Keaton today in RoboCop.
we did actually. But when I was younger,
we saw
when
him.
I was younger, and I watched the Batman movie, I was
Tim Burton.
like, where is Superman? Because when I read comics, some of them, DC was about Superman and Batman at the same time.
Okay. Yeah.
You know? And you know what? I was curious. I was super curious. Like, man, they're making a Batman and Superman movie now.
Right.
What actual comic series are they going to put in the movie?
What are they going to use?
You know, they're going to use like...
What fodder?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What are they going to use? They're going to use something
I'm also super curious with that.
Something new. I'm super curious, you know, because they're very hush-hush about it.
How many storylines have they interacted in?
Oh, man, there's so many.
Is there a lot?
There's so many.
But like,
You know what? You're talking about stories. I can tell you some stories.
you can tell me.
You know what? I was reading shit.
I doubt that.
I actually was. Because, you know, you kind of impressed me about what you've been talking about politics. And I was like, you know what? I should read some comics that are fucking retarded.
Politics.
And I researched and I actually
What'd you
read
find?
some weird. So there's actual comic of Batman and Superman joining forces together and had a comic together called The World's Finest.
That's a good name for them.
Yeah, it's awesome name.
It's not the Justice League.
No, because it's just Superman, Batman. You know,
Okay.
like Batman being the detective and Superman just like
Being the muscle.
the muscle. And I found some awesome stories that they can use for the new Batman and Superman movie that's going to come out in 2 years in the future.
Yeah.
So I read the Golden Ages, and the Golden Ages of Batman and Superman, they're not the Batman that everybody knows now, because he was like super friendly.
Was he?
Yeah, he was in the Golden Age. He
wasn't like a dark brooding.
No, he was not at all. He was not at all the dark Batman that we know now. He was just like the super friendly guy where he just like, he figured shit out like Sherlock Holmes
Oh yeah.
with his gadgets and Robin on the side. He was super friendly, and even Superman was super friendly. They were not the superheroes that we know now.
Right.
And I want to talk about how funny things that they've created in comics back then that would be awesome. Actually, I would love to see. And you know what? You would probably see too. If they actually,
I would love to see it.
yeah, you would love to see it and made ridiculous Superman, Batman movies.
I love when shit doesn't take itself serious.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Cause like the DC comics, they're a little more serious, but I didn't think that their actual movies gonna be serious only because it doesn't make sense. But they're trying for some reason to make it serious.
Okay.
Doesn't make sense.
So what are some of the concepts?
I was researching hard in the Silver Age,
Yeah.
you know, and
What are they? I'm
The
so
world's-
tempted to like look over it.
the world. Don't look at my fucking notes, but the world's finest,
Yeah.
Superman, Batman. They did a lot of shit. They fucking rescued the world
Yeah.
so many times.
Yeah.
And one of the stories that I saw
Yeah.
online and I read that fucking blew my mind was, you know what? There was a couple of comics that was about a homeless bag lady
Yeah.
found a homeless bag lady found a fucking alien creature that grants wishes.
Okay.
And because of that situation, Batman and Superman did not like that concept of a homeless person granting wishes. So they were trying to take the alien away from her.
Mm-hmm.
And
Was she using it for that? Why? What's wrong with?
she was using it for her own will.
Okay.
And
Did she have a name?
no, I don't remember. She was just,
Bag lady.
I think she was. I don't remember actually.
Bag of wishes.
Bag of wishes. I'm gonna go. You know what? That's a good name. I'm gonna call it Bag of
You
Wishes.
could even turn that into one word. Bag of wishes.
World's finest comic was talking about a bag woman.
Bag of wishes.
Bag wishes found an alien that grants wishes, and Batman and Superman, one of the greatest fucking superheroes in the world, said,
Both?
No,
You
a homeless lady granting wishes, no.
Not today.
And they
Not on my watch.
And they
Killed her?
no, they didn't kill her. They actually took down what the alien was and all that stuff. But like, think about it, like how
He wasn't even being an asshole, was he? He was just kind of like being a nice guy.
he was just doing what he was told to do.
Man, if I was an alien, I
But
would
think
never
about it.
do
Think
that.
about it. Would you love to see? We love dumb movies.
I love him so much.
Think about like how would we
I love
love
them
to
so
see
much.
a $200 million budget film
About a
about
bag lady?
a bag lady,
A bag of wishes?
a bag of wishes, like wishing weird shit, and
So were people coming
Superman
out-
and Batman was just like, no,
No.
we don't like this.
Not on my watch.
We don't like this at all.
Yeah. I would love to see that so much. I would, and you know what? I've actually been thinking about this as well. I think it's very interesting to me that comic books can do whatever they want and people are like, well, that's stupid. But the movies, like, people automatically expect them to have to be part of the canon fodder.
Why?
Like, why can't it be its own thing? Like,
Exactly.
why can't it be a new thing? Like Days of Future Past. Is that a new thing or an old thing?
That's the whole thing.
It's an old thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like,
You know what?
The new
Days of
Batman-
Future Past
Yeah.
are actually a 2 comic series.
Yeah.
Just 2 comics.
Yeah.
And they're actually making it into a movie. Like conquering the world.
Sentinels conquering the mutants.
Yeah. And then the mutants,
Morty.
like they sent a mutant to the past. That was 2 comics. And they actually made that
One movie?
story into a movie. Where
Yeah.
almost every movie about superheroes are not just 2 or 3 comics. It's the whole comic arc.
Yeah.
You know, and this
I hate
fucking
when
dumbfounded.
I hate when nerds get super upset because it's not following a comic arc. Like, why can't it just be its own thing?
And that's what I was gonna say. But you know what's the greatest thing that I found about the world's finest about Batman and Superman?
What's that?
You know, like we know Batman.
I hope they.
I love Batman.
Imagine you made them fuck. Imagine you made them bang.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my girlfriend drew pictures of Batman and Superman and fucking. But like imagine, like
Eating onions.
the concept of the reason why Batman became who he is
Yeah.
because of parents, right?
His parents were murdered in front of him.
Exactly, and became Batman.
Yeah.
Now, think about, like, him when he was younger. Who manipulated him as a child?
Alfred.
That's terrible, man.
No. It was fucking Falcone.
Yeah, because he was, well, depending on the series, he was one of the actual...
He was the opposite of his dad.
He was actually one of the persons that got Bruce Wayne's parents killed. But that's a different story.
Oh.
But what I'm saying is that
Fuck me.
I read comics about Bruce Wayne as a child, and he's been going to psychiatric sessions with a doctor where
Why?
he was obsessed. The doctor was obsessed.
Harley Quinn's?
No.
Oh.
The doctor was obsessed with looking out to the stars. And this doctor looked at Krypton, where Superman was born. And he, because he was so fascinated with Krypton, he told young Bruce Wayne that he is a Krypton child.
Dude.
And actually,
Wait, this is a thing, or are you just making up
No.
stories?
I actually read this and I was laughing my ass off. This doctor, this physician doctor, told young Bruce Wayne that he is Kryptonian, and the reason that he is just a regular human is because he's been injected by gold kryptonite that made him human like everybody else in the earth.
Holy Christ.
And in this world finest comic, Bruce Wayne believed it as Batman.
But it's not true.
You know what he called himself after he believed this?
Super Bat.
No.
Bat.
So, do you know Superman's Kryptonian name?
Kal-El.
Kal-El. Now, what do you think? Batman?
Jor-El is his dad.
Yeah.
Right?
So, what do you think
Jor-El,
Batman
Kal-El.
called himself? What do you think Batman called himself as a Kryptonian?
Bel-El.
You know his real name?
Wal-El.
No.
Wayne-El.
Bruce L. He called himself Bruce L.
Oh.
But the funny thing about this whole story is that
Sorry. Who's the doctor?
this doctor,
Doctor Strange?
no, it's not Doctor Strange.
Damn.
It's Dr.
Or-
Thomas Ellison. And he,
Thomas Edison?
Ellison.
Ellison.
And he composed all these photos when he was younger to let young Bruce Wayne realize that he's actually Kryptonian. And it fucked Batman's mind. Now think about Batman, where as a young state, his parents were killed and he became Batman because of that. Now think about afterwards, where any human can manipulate him to anything. And this doctor manipulated him
It's all
to
the music
become
alien.
Superman. Now, how would you love it to see that in a fucking movie? I would love to see that as a movie.
That'd be amazing. I hope that happens.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't tell if you blew my mind or made me want something. Or maybe both.
That's the whole point of what I'm telling you right now.
Did that actually happen in a movie? Or
No.
in a comic book?
Yeah.
What? That's the finest? Or
The world's finest.
World's finest?
World's
That
finest is
happened?
all about Superman and Batman doing things together.
Holy shit, man.
And it was fucking awesome. When I read this,
I want to see that so bad.
I
would
actually
love
have it
to
on
see
my
that.
phone. I actually have it on my computer. And I will give it to you and I will show it to you.
It might ruin it. I think the magic is already there.
You know what? Thinking about like movies, superhero movies coming to life in the big screen, like I like the idea of that they're, you know, having their ideas from comics, but I would love for them to like
Do
make-
their own thing.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Right?
say. Do their own thing.
Man, this is what I'm saying. The nerds get their panties in such a fucking hard, tight knot about it not following cannon fodder. But why can't, like, a new guy takes over the comic and people are like, okay, now it's part of the culture.
Yeah.
But why can't a director take over and make, like, a beautiful new fucking comic? Why not? And this is
Well-
why the Superman thing, I was like,
I think about this and
Yeah.
I think about like, man, comic movies can go from the comics or they can go their own way where it's just like, could be even better. and I saw these like super old, like 30s, 40 years old comic book arcs where it's fucking awesome, where I actually would see that's like less serious, that make fun of being a superhero. I want to see that. I want to see that before I die.
I would love to see that.
Wouldn't you want to see about an actual homeless lady that has a alien that can grant wishes, and fucking Batman and Superman trying to capture this
Dude,
fucking...
Zack Snyder let Superman kill like thousands of people, and then he killed someone like straight up, and everyone lost their mind.
Yeah, and I get that.
I'm into it. I'm into it.
Alright, you ready?
I'm in.
Alright, so...
I'm in.
Alright, you ready? We're gonna come back, and we're gonna talk about RoboCop.
Robocop Day!
RoboCop Day, Bridget!
Oh my god, man, that shit is so strong. February 18th, RoboCop Day.
RoboCop.
Bum, 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 bum.
Dun, 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 dun.
Cowbell. There's one scene with
I'm gonna shoot Ninja Cod in the face because he's white.
No, if you're... No,
Wait,
that would be against protocol.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But
Anyways,
I still shoot you.
there's
RoboCop.
there's that one scene where it's only cowbell. You can hear the cowbell literally in the bum 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 bum.
Alright.
Ding ding ding.
You
Anyways,
want to talk about?
I want to talk about I want to talk about RoboCop because today is RoboCop Day.
Okay.
It's February 18th. It's RoboCop Day. It's the most celebrated day in Spanish history.
Yeah,
right?
meow.
Right? Is
Yeah,
that not true?
Meow meow.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. So we both watched today's RoboCop, the RoboCop that just came out.
The recent one.
Yeah, that just came out. What, a month ago? And what did you think?
Couple of weeks.
What did you think?
What did I think about RoboCop, the new one?
The new one.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah,
Eh.
that's it.
Yeah.
It's literally right. It's just a meh. That's
The reason why I think it
that's
was
one of the things I say as well.
the reason why I think it was meh because it's like there was just so many
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty. The reason why I think it was meh is because there's so many messages that they're giving, and there's so many of them.
And I don't know which one they were pushing.
And that exactly. And
It was like, are drones bad? Because drones actually push down crime way less. And then I was like,
There was
well,
some-
drones are controlled by the corporation, but they're not. And then the corporations are bad, and then the drones will fix them. There were so many messages.
I actually fell asleep a little bit.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. Because it was in the middle, I was kind of bored because, like,
Are you sure you weren't just asleep because you're Mexican?
maybe because I was a little hungover for the night
You're a little
before.
hungover?
A little hungover. But, like, I felt like the middle of the movie, it was just,
I drug on a lot.
I just think it was just dragging everything along, and I was just like, I'm gonna fall asleep.
Yeah. There was not much happening. Alright, so I thought this movie, the one that came out last month or this month, was actually super meh. But you and I went home after watching that movie, made a bunch of margaritas,
And we
rewatched the original RoboCop,
which is so much better.
which is amazing, man. That shit is so good. I haven't had that much fun watching a movie in a long time.
And I was, you know what? I was so sad that we had to pause it. I was very sad that we paused it because we had to make more margaritas.
Yeah, I would. There's so many scenes in that whole movie that were amazing to quote and just watch over and over. You and I literally went back, rewinded, and watched it again because there were so many stupid scenes that you could watch over and over again. Like, what is it? Peter? What's his name? Peter Weller?
Peter what?
Peter Weller?
Yeah, I think it's
Peter Weller.
Yeah.
When you watch Peter Weller, when he starts like shooting his crazy ass gun, he's like holding his chest in weird places and like doing weird stuff.
It sounds like he's like in like an R&B kind of like concert where he's just like
He's in his own
confessing
zone.
his love.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna shoot this way, but I'm gonna put the other arm on my chest. Oh.
And that black sidekick for the bad guy.
Yeah, the bad guy.
black sidekick is amazing.
He's awesome.
He's such a dickhead. And oh my god, the whole thing is amazing. And the ending credits, they literally, when the movie ends, it says, "Nice shooting, kid. What's your name?" And he says, "Murphy," and smiles. And then it says RoboCop. I couldn't even control myself. My arms shot up in the air. I was just like, yes, that is your name.
It makes like the reason why I like the old movie is because the robot is trying to become human.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that I love that aspect of the robot. Sorry, I keep saying robot. The robot is trying to become human, and I like that aspect of the movie.
Yeah.
In this new movie, is the human understand that he's a robot?
He's clearly a human, and he's got a hand.
Yeah, and
The hand thing is super weird to me.
I like it. I like it actually.
Really? Why?
Yeah, because a lot of people are right-handed, and that's why they
But why would you keep the hand? Like, imagine how many more billions of dollars it would cost to keep.
Well,
the
you
hand.
never know. Like he probably uses left
Although,
hand.
actually, this brings up an awesome point. The part of the movie that was really amazing,
The new movie.
the new movie,
Okay.
was when they took away. They were trying to bring him back to Earth, like to.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, spoiler alert.
No, wait, before you say anything. Like, in the old movies, right? In the old RoboCop, they don't actually show what's actually human.
How much
is human, you know? Like,
yeah.
So they just show you the actual robot.
Yeah. They show a face.
They show a face, and that's it.
That's it.
And this movie,
Yeah.
and
You
I
see
know
how
you're going
much-
to agree
yeah.
to this, that they show how much is actual human. I wanted to cry. I wanted to tear.
I was emotional too. I was thinking
We
about.
shouldn't spoil it. We shouldn't spoil it.
They've probably seen it by now.
No, but still, we
I
can't
guess.
spoil it.
Alright.
But the fact is, you've been blown up, and you have specific parts of your body being installed with this robot.
Yeah.
And the only thing that's being installed is your head, your esophagus, your lungs, and your hand.
Esophagus.
Right? That's how you say it?
Yeah. Give or take.
That's it. Not your heart.
Yeah.
Not your dick.
You
Because
literally don't have a heart, and so many people think you are your heart.
he doesn't have a
And
heart.
imagine looking in the mirror and saying, like, I literally don't have a heart. He just
Exactly.
he just has a bag of air
Yeah.
and an esophagus.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That was so cool.
I like the movie, but
And you know what? When he saw it and he said, "Fucking put it back," he didn't say "fuck," but he said, "Put it back, put it back. Don't let anyone ever see me like this." That was so good.
Yeah.
That was like that. Those parts they actually shone through in that part of the movie. Like they took those parts of the movie that weren't discussed in the original, and they made an amazing part of it. But then they took that, which was an awesome part. Like, so I got a goddamn beautiful turkey right here, and
Yeah.
I cut off the legs, and then it's like this beautiful piece of meat, and then here it is. So this is the original. And then they took that part that was so good, and then they cut off a little bit less, and then I'm just left with like a bone. There was just not much. There just wasn't much left. Once you took that out of there, there was no R-rated shit. There was no humility.
First of all,
What?
this movie is not rated R.
It's
New one.
14,
And it's rated PG-13.
13.
And
Shit.
and they wanted to, like, you know, they wanted a bigger crowd, and I get that, but they didn't do it the right way. Like,
Nah.
it was just
They did a lot of cool shit.
They did a lot of cool shit.
Yeah.
I think they did a lot of cool stuff that they didn't do with the original.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
But at the same
But the
time,
original is still.
But the original was just like-
amazing.
it was super iconic.
You and I
Where-
watched it today and laughed our heads off and had such fun with
And we replayed a lot of stuff. But
There's
okay,
movies to
but
be had.
okay. So I'm gonna give you my, because we should cut this short.
Yeah, we go.
But my feelings about the first and the second movie is that the first, I think it was fucking amazing,
Yeah, man, the first.
and they knew what they wanted to do with that movie. They wanted to be
The guy-
ridiculous, over the top kind of film, and they got that across.
That. Yeah. That.
It was a rated R movie, and they got it what
that
they
board
wanted
of
to do.
directors scene. And
Yeah,
that dude like doesn't put down.
But-
or he does put down the gun.
but I get it took over almost 20 years to make the reboot, and the youngsters don't understand this
That's
new
like
reboot.
30 years.
This movie, the
Well,
new
well.
reboot. I like the idea of they're trying to challenge everything that the old movie didn't do, and I get what they were trying to do, but it wasn't
You're right.
interesting.
Yep.
It wasn't interesting at all.
And it was long.
It was just long and for no reason. Though I do like
There were no jokes.
no.
There was nothing. There's nothing for us. There's a
Exactly.
lot for 14-year-olds. There was nothing for us.
Exactly. And I like the idea of
But the original.
I love the new suit. I love the new suit. It's fucking awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
It was awesome.
Okay,
I-
oh man, that makes me think of like Peter Weller. That makeup is insane.
Yeah, man. Like the end where it's just
It's
like
insane.
he didn't have the actual
I can't
mask
believe.
on.
I can't believe what they accomplished in 1987, and Star Wars Episode 1, 2, and 3 looks like fucking garbage.
I like the idea of like the RoboCop in this movie because in the 1987 where they like elongated his fucking skin.
Man,
But
that looks
it seemed
so
like they
good.
stretched his fucking face to
Oh,
make it fit, and it looked phenomenal.
that's so good. Oh, I'm so thirsty. I'm so thirsty.
I
Oh
like
my
the
God,
idea.
that's so
I like the idea of in the movie where they didn't have to stretch anything. They actually whatever they had, they used, and they made them look like
Do you think
nothing.
actually when that movie was over and RoboCop was on the screen at the end?
Yeah.
What did your hands do? Demonstrate it right now.
I was just like pumping up.
Man, my hands went up in the air.
Yeah.
I was so pumped when it said RoboCop at the end.
You know what?
Hey, we gotta stop.
Yeah,
we gotta stop talking about RoboCop. But honestly, like RoboCop Day today. Happy RoboCop Day, February 18th. Oh my God, man,
Rick and
RoboCop.
Morty.
That's so strong. I wish there was like a third amigo here to bring it all together, but there's not. So I guess we just gotta sign off. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for listening to the 7.5 and possibly last 0.5
Meow meow.
episode of Fit-as, which also might be Fit-ass.